You can't really talk about the city of Seattle without mentioning the Space Needle. It is the icon and a city skyline signature. Seeing it from a distance seems so familiar. But here's the thing, Seattle is so much more than its famous tower. From the world-renowned Pike Place Market to the hands-on charm of the Center for Wooden Boats, this city blends urban energy with natural beauty in a way few places can match. The Space Needle and the phenomenal views are still a must-see, but there is a proper way to get the most out of the experience. That's coming up, so stay tuned. Seattle sits on the edge of Puget Sound in the Pacific Northwest, a deep glacial inlet that gives the city its maritime soul. Right in front of downtown is Elliott Bay, where ferries glide back and forth like clockwork and cargo ships move with slow, steady purpose. Water is everywhere. Lakes, bays, canals, and it shapes daily life here. Look east and you'll see Lake Washington, calm and reflective. Look west and you'll see the Sound stretching toward the Olympic Mountains. And looming in the distance, almost surreal on a clear day, is Mount Rainier. It's enormous, majestic, and looks like a painting someone forgot to take down. Getting around Seattle is surprisingly easy and fun. You've got buses, light rail, ferries, and then Seattle's quirky gem, the monorail. It shoots you from downtown to Seattle Center in just a couple minutes, gliding above the streets like something out of a retro future movie. It's fast, it's convenient, and it's a little piece of Seattle history still humming along. Right next to the monorail's final stop is the Museum of Pop Culture, or MoPop. Even if you never step inside, the building itself is worth the trip. It's a swirl of metallic colors, purples, silvers, golds, curving and bending like a melted guitar. Frank Gehry designed it to look like music frozen in motion. It's perhaps one of the most photogenic buildings in the city. Down on the waterfront, the Seattle Aquarium brings the underwater world of the Pacific Northwest right to your fingertips. You'll see playful otters, giant Pacific octopus, and mesmerizing jellyfish drifting like living lanterns. One of the highlights is the massive underwater dome, where fish swim above and around you as if you're standing on the ocean floor. The aquarium does a great job connecting visitors to local marine life, salmon, sea stars, harbor seals, and explaining how the Sound shapes the region's ecosystem. It's educational, but also just peaceful. You walk out feeling more connected to the water that surrounds Seattle. Just a short walk south and a bit inland is Pioneer Square, Seattle's oldest neighborhood. It's full of brick buildings, ivy-covered facades, and old-world charm. Cobblestone streets lead you past art galleries, cafes, and totem poles. There's history here, underground tours, gold rush stories, and architecture that survived fires and rebuilds. Now let's talk about Pike Place Market, the beating heart of Seattle. This place is alive, vendors shouting greetings, musicians playing on corners, the smell of fresh flowers and baked goods drifting through the air. It's one of the oldest continuously operating farmers markets in the country. It is such a dynamic place to wander and people watch. And of course, the flying fish. At the Pike Place Fish Market, the fishmongers don't just sell seafood, they perform. Someone orders a salmon, and suddenly it's soaring through the air as the staff chants in unison. It's chaotic, hilarious, and surprisingly graceful. You can't help but smile. Beyond the fish, you've got local artisans, fresh produce, handmade crafts, and tiny eateries tucked into corners. The original Starbucks is here too, still sporting its vintage logo. Pike Place is the kind of place where you wander for hours and still feel like you missed something. Not far away on the south end of Lake Union is the Center for Wooden Boats, a nonprofit dedicated to preserving traditional wooden watercraft. This place is hands-on. You can walk the docks, see beautifully restored boats, and even take classes in sailing or boat building. There's something special about wooden boats. They creak, they smell like cedar, and they feel alive in a way fiberglass never will. The center keeps that heritage going, teaching craftsmanship and maritime history to anyone curious enough to step inside. On weekends, they even offer free public sales, letting visitors experience the lake the old-fashioned way. It's peaceful, authentic, and deeply connected to Seattle's maritime roots. And now back to the Space Needle, Seattle's crown jewel. Built for the 1962 World's Fair, it still looks futuristic today. Ride the elevator up, and suddenly the city unfolds beneath you. Elliott Bay shimmering, downtown rising, Rainier towering in the distance, and the Sound stretching toward the horizon. The observation deck has glass floors, open-air viewing, and some of the best photo ops in the Pacific Northwest. If you want to dine with a view, the rotating restaurant gives you a 360-degree panorama while you eat. It's an experience that feels both relaxing and awe-inspiring. But here's the insider tip: visit twice, once during the day and once at night. Daytime gives you the full sweep of mountains, water, and skyline. Nighttime wraps the city in lights, reflections, and a quiet glow. The contrast is magical, and seeing both feels like getting two different cities for the price of one. The key is to get a city pass ticket allowing two entrances on the same day, or as an alternative arrive later in the day to get both daylight and night views for the same visit. Seattle is a city where nature and urban life coexist better than most other cities. Skyscrapers rise beside forests. Ferries glide past stadiums. Markets buzz while mountains loom in the background. It's a place of creativity, culture, and constant motion, yet also water and green spaces exist everywhere you look. Whether you're exploring historic neighborhoods, watching fish fly, sailing wooden boats, or taking in the view from the Space Needle, Seattle offers experiences that feel both grounded and extraordinary. It's modern, natural, and vibrant, and that's why the Emerald City leaves such a lasting impression. If you would like to see more travel destinations like this one, some wild and majestic, and others from big cities like San Francisco to small remote towns like Ozona, Texas, please click the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. As a note, my art prints for some destinations featured in these videos are available for sale, all fine quality with your satisfaction guaranteed. Just see the information in the description of the video. Thanks for watching, and until next time, get out there and explore your world.